guys, I'm Antoine.
And I'm Antoinette.
And today we're just going to talk about our Pittsburgh experience. We frequent Pittsburgh, mostly business-related trips. This particular time we decided to do Southern Pittsburgh, see what the city has to offer. We decided to go to the Andy Warhol Museum, visited the Pennsylvania transit station. We also decided to go to the Mattress Museum. But we're just going to share that experience with you guys. So the first thing, we went to Andy Warhol Museum, and we liked it. It was pretty good. We noticed that it's 7 floors. You start out from the 7th floor and you work your way down. His artwork becomes more recent with each floor you descend by. So starting from 7 is his earlier works. The lower floors is like his latest works. You kind of get the timeline of his artwork and how he evolved as an artist. It was kind of biographical, and we thought that was pretty cool. You got to see like artwork from his mom. We kind of learned more about Andy Warhol and his life. Most of his notable works was in Manhattan, and he started to flourish. The world started to know more about Andy Warhol and his work.
It had a lot of his portraits, a lot of his prints, a lot of his pop art, even some screen grabs from when he was doing his film stuff.
The 3rd floor had his household collectibles that were retrieved after he passed away. As a person who likes art, they also collect art. So we got to see that showcase. We actually saw feature art from his colleagues, Keith Harn. They had another room, was kind of fun. They had the silver pillowcases like floating around, and it's something that Andy Warhol experimented with, kind of like tactile motion art. That was our experience with the Andy Warhol Museum. Overall, we thought it was pretty good. We thought it was a little bit underwhelming because I guess we expected more. I dabble in art from time to time myself, so I had appreciation for art. We kind of expected to see most of his more notable works there at the museum, but when we got there, we didn't really see that. It was really nice artwork for the most part, but we were underwhelmed. I guess we expected a little bit more. But for the most part, it was a pretty good experience. We got to learn more about him as an artist and as a human being and his journey into becoming an artist.
So we went to the Pennsylvania. That is a train station in Pittsburgh. Antoine was really excited to go there, so I was just kind of along for the ride at that point. As you can see, there are so many lights, really pretty, and it actually has really good acoustics because of the shape of the building. The only downside of that is the time that we went, it was about 20 degrees and super windy, so in a space that vast, there's kind of no protection from the elements. It's gorgeous, but we suggest that if you do want to visit the Pennsylvanian, that you go in the summertime so you can actually enjoy it. Of course, go at night when it's all lit up, because when it's all lit up, it's really beautiful. And as you can see from the pictures of us, we were really bundled. I was freezing cold. I really should have worn a hoodie.
Oh, you should wear your hoodie?
But we made the most of the space while we were there.
We enjoyed the scene, we enjoyed the lights, we enjoyed how it looked. It was just very, very cold, so we didn't really get to enjoy it how we would have liked. We made the most of it, and we finally got a chance to see, because it's something we wanted to see since the last time we visited. It looks like it's some type of transportation hub. It looks like it has Amtrak there. Across the street is Greyhound. A lot of commuters, when they're coming in and out, they get observed, especially if they happen to be coming during night or late hours. It's a sight to see. That's definitely something notable in the city of Pittsburgh that we glad that we finally got a chance to see. We have appreciation for museums and artwork, and we like stuff like that. So I came across this museum called the Mattress Museum, and I didn't really know much about it. From what I've seen online, it looked like it would be fairly interesting, something that we might appreciate. It was a very eccentric museum. It's centered on contemporary art, so we got to see a lot of different things from several different artists. Me being honest, the most eccentric, like most weird museum I've ever been to in my life, and I don't think we were like expecting that. It caught us off guard from the moment we entered the museum. When we first stepped in, it's this rotating horse upside down with his head off, a piece of glass where his head should be. And it just happened to be around Halloween time, so it was perfect timing, I guess, because there was a lot of creepy, eerie stuff going on in the museum.
One of the cool things about that museum, it's 3 separate buildings, but each building felt like its own themes for the art. The building that creeped me out most was the second one, and it was very eerie, and it felt like an architect's workshop. The last building that we went to, there were stairs that had water going down the railing, so there was like a sensory thing there. So it was a pretty cool museum. You just have to be very prepared to see super contemporary art.
It's definitely not for everybody. I mean, if you want this simple museum experience, I don't recommend this for you.
Being at night and it being Halloween, it was just not exactly the best time. We are in the New Jersey, New York area. Our visit to Pittsburgh by car is about 6 hours, and as you can see, there's not that much scenery on your way. It's a lot of farmland. We saw sheep for the first time in real life. If you're looking for a road trip destination, destination, I wouldn't say drive if you're 6 hours away from Pittsburgh. The only issue with Pittsburgh that we found was it has so many bridges. We had to go to 2 or 3 separate bridges just to get to the Warhol Museum. We were in downtown Pittsburgh. Because we were so close to all of the bridges, there were times we got lost because we took the wrong bridge. As you can see, Pittsburgh is a really nice looking city. Our biggest issue was when we were coming home from Pittsburgh, we ended up getting caught in this major snow squall, which is a huge storm. It was a really nasty storm and had 80-car pileup. Our visibility was really impacted. We should not have been driving in that. We ended up driving anyway. We were lucky enough not to be involved in the pileup, but it was a really bad storm. We're just really lucky that we were able to get through it and out of it safely. If you guys are planning on going to Pittsburgh, do not travel if you get a squall.
Definitely check the weather if you happen to take a trip. The moment we left Pittsburgh, that's the moment it started snowing. The snow started getting worse. Visibility got really low. Luckily we made it back. But that's our Pittsburgh experience. All you Pittsburghers out there, let us know anything else we could go do in the city. You know, we'll be back again. It definitely has a lot to offer. We enjoyed our time out there. And we'll see you in the next video. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Every like, comment, subscription, really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. It helps us grow. Guys, we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.